Hi guys, so if you have seen our other videos, you'd see that we had a Barbie room where we had all of our toys in there. So when my daughter turned 10 years old, she wanted to have her own room. And the best thing to do was to give up our Barbie room and give it to her because that's bigger than the other rooms that we have. But the problem is that we couldn't fit all the toys like how it used to be in just one room. So it's scattered in three rooms now. And this is the reason why I decided to have a storage for the toys. So I searched and thought about having a Barbie house instead of a bahay kubo or a garden shed in other countries. But I realized that it's expensive. So when I check online, I look for a design of a Barbie house that could be fit for a garden. Barbie house A Frame 1985 is doable compared to the other Barbie house models, right? I also check in eBay that the Barbie house 1985 and NRFB costs about $6,000. So that's super expensive for a Barbie toy. I know that it's vintage and I know that it came with other accessories, but it still doesn't make sense. So I just thought about having a life-size Barbie house, and that's where the idea came in because a life-size Barbie house would cost much less than $6,000, and I wouldn't have to think about mosquitoes, insects, bugs, and everything else in the garden. And then my daughter suggested that we should put an AC so we would be comfortable because we're in a tropical country here in the Philippines and it can be very hot, especially during summer. So the cheapest way for us to build this house is to get it prefab. I'm saying nowadays we have a smart house, we have prefab houses, so that's the idea behind that. And I showed that the contractor, I actually contacted three contractors, but only one accepted. So I literally had to choose contractors who are particularly making doll houses because I can't just trust any contractors doing a house because it may be different. It requires a lot of design, a lot of attention to detail, and it's not something that they can do. In fact, two other contractors declined the project, and this person, who is a carpenter, is simply took the challenge in making this house. So this is how it looks like. It was delivered that way. In fact, I was frustrated because it took 5 months before it got delivered. So that's very frustrating. I mean, he came up with a lot of excuses. I don't understand why it's taking so long. Even the house of our neighbor would only take like 3-4 months to build, and that's already the entire house. So I don't know. I don't know. They may have less manpower or what have you. It's just a wooden prefab house. So I really don't understand what took him so long to build the house. I gave him a budget, and to be honest, I went out of budget, but still not happy with it because of the materials, and there were so many things that were lacking in the finished product that I will show in another video. But in this video, you can see how it was assembled and delivered. So this is it. So they had the portions. I actually had the design revised several times because the first time wasn't correct. Even the color wasn't correct. It is very far from the picture of the Barbie house 1985. That's also one of the reasons it took 5 months for him to finish because he had to redo the entire thing because they made a mistake on the design. And I know that the details are also very intricate, and they had to follow the one with the dollhouse, and they have to make some adjustments to make it into real life. As you can see here, they had to paint it into pink and white like how it is in the Barbie house. It's super cute because it looks like building your own Barbie toy house, right? So it usually comes in a box and then you just have to assemble it. So it looks exactly like that because this is a prefab house. So I had to do some assembling. Of course, I didn't have to do that. They have to do it for me. But yeah, it's exciting. They had to do some carpentry work and electrical work to put on the AC, the lights, and everything else. So since it was delivered in the afternoon, it took a while for them to finish, and it wasn't finished until I think about 3 days because they had to do it one by